MCC Island. It's a fun server, I've done a few streams on it, and in my opinion, it has some of the best mini-games that Minecraft has ever seen, which is where I come in. Because here on the Lotus SMP, I think there's currently a lack of mini-games to play. I mean, there's Skipper's murder game Kill or Be Killed, but other than that, there's not really much. So I thought, wouldn't it be a fun idea to take my favorite game from the server and see if I could recreate it here? And, you know, maybe get a few people to play it. And whilst I'm at it, I can take you guys along the process. So, firstly, I need to work something out. What makes a good to get to the other side map? Well, I think I have a way of answering this. We're gonna take to Reddit and their Discord and do some research on here myself. Now, guys, listen to me. This is not us playing games. This is intel gathering. We're not here to play around. We're here to work out what makes a good to get to the other side map. So, you know, 1 or 2 games can't hurt. Look, guys, this is just gonna be a couple rounds. Ah, no, Move. What? Oh no, not a good map, not a good map. No, 1 more game wouldn't hurt. No! Screw you! We can do that. Oh. Oi! Stop. And up here. So this is the most fun bit. Just up and over and up and over. And up and... Oh, guys, do you see this? Do you see the top 10? Me. I'm top 10 on the daily leaderboard. But, like, it was just research. That's all I was doing. I was just researching. Okay, maybe I have played enough today. So now that I've made it onto MCCI leaderboards, surely I am able to tell you what makes a good to get to the other side map. Well, so yeah, here's the thing. Even though I have been able to work out what sort of elements would make a good map for the server, I kind of can't really show you the elements of a good map without a good map to show you. And, you know, you don't really get enough time to analyze a map when you're on the server. Meaning, yeah, I can't actually show you a good example unless I get a copy of a map. Which, you know, obviously I don't have a copy of a map. Don't ask how I got this. So yeah, all jokes aside, I think this is the perfect example for the style of map that we should be making. And also, no, I will not be sharing this. As a matter of fact, if I get told that I need to remove this segment from the video, I will. So yeah, I'm not giving you this. But yeah, so why is this such a good map as an example? Reason 1, it's a long straight line. That is not a joke. So the reason why that is a positive is because it's made very clear where people need to go, and also it makes it a really good example of how you could actually have a map like this where you don't need to place blocks, which of course on a survival SMP is great because of course it means you can just replay it over and over again without having to clean it up. So why else is it good? Well, I think reason number 2 is actually that this is a build where you don't die if you fail. It's not like some of the other levels where you fall into lava or the void. You simply just get slowed down with the soul sand or in the water. Meaning, of course, this is a very survival-friendly element, so I think I'm definitely gonna be stealing that for our design. And as for reason number 3, this map actually has a setting. So what do I mean by that? Well, if you take a look at this map, what do you notice? It's not just a path you have to run down, it is a stadium, meaning that you are a contestant. So basically, just the simple idea to add these stands to the side has added this whole lot of story to the build. And it doesn't really need to be a story. It could just be an interesting setting like a city or a pyramid. So those are 3 things that I'm going to be taking into account when I'm designing my map. But let me know if there's anything that you think makes a good to get to the other side map as well. Seriously, I'm interested to hear. So with all of that said, I think it's time that we get to designing this map. Okay, so I got a bit carried away with the designing and may have just finished the whole map. Yeah, I designed the whole thing. Okay, well, kind of, don't worry, this is not the color scheme. But basically, I have got this rough layout of a deep dark map, which I think works quite well. And I'll get to why it's colored like this later. So, as a little sneak peek of what there is, you start here and there's sort of multiple decisions you can make here. So, you can either try and go for the harder parkour and jump up here and then over this wall, or you could take the easier route, drop down, and just go through the wall here. Then you get to this bridge, which of course you want to not fall in the lava. And this is actually where there's kind of a little secret shortcut. So you can either go down this main path where you expect, you could potentially go down the sides where there's going to be soul sand, or if you look quickly, you might notice you can actually go over to the left here and up this ladder. And this is a really good shortcut for whoever finds it, because instead of going around all of these different paths here, you essentially get a straight line right over the top of it all, and you can actually make it onto this wall here. Okay, trust me, I did do that jump earlier, which if you do, it can save you a bit of time going up these stairs. Then you get to this bit where it's a bit more complicated. So obviously, this is going to be the ancient city's portal. Look, don't comment saying it's not a portal. I just refer to it by what people know. So here, you again have another choice. You can either go up these ladders, but remember, there's gonna be people punching you off these, or you could come up the side here and just do a tiny bit of parkour to get up here. Then of course you jump up the iron bars and go through the portal bit, and I'm not going to reveal to you what's next, because that I think is going to be the highlight of the map. So yeah, just stay tuned, you can see it later. Now back to the reason why it's all colored like this. Even though it does somehow actually look quite nice, this is not going to be the final color scheme. The reason why it is colored like this is because it means I can use World Edit to add more texture, and also because it makes it easier to choose where there's going to be skulk and where there's going to be deeps. Like, you get the point. So on that note, let's finish this design. So now that we have our design for the map, I think we are actually left with our biggest problem yet, which is, where is this gonna go? Because that map that I showed you is actually 150 blocks long. So yeah, of course, that's not really going up my base here. However, I think that I actually know the perfect location for this. So you might remember last episode, Buzzy and Jax came with me to the ancient city. Well, that ancient city was actually located under these mountains here. So, you know, there's a really nice backdrop here. Along with that, the terrain here is actually quite flat, which of course makes this whole process easier. And if we just check down in this cave here, we can see that it actually has an amazing proximity to a deep dark. As a matter of fact, there is one of the ancient cities we looted. So yeah, skulk is not a problem. So with yet again another problem solved, let's get to digging this out. So this took around a day. Yeah, that's right, a full day of digging. This has been my entire Saturday. Not like I could have done anything more productive in that time. So yeah, this took a day, and I'm gonna be honest, that was actually quicker than I thought. Especially since I didn't have a beacon. But yeah, so the good thing about this now being dug out is we're now able to do the second most fun part of this, which is we are finally able to build this map. About that. So yeah, of course, to build a map, there's one thing that you kind of need. That one thing being resources, which inconveniently is the one thing that I do not have. So what resources do we actually need? Well, we are going to need almost 10 stacks of soul sand, around 20 stacks of skulk, and a total of 65 stacks of deep slate. So yeah, you get the point, a lot of resources. But with all of that now explained, we should probably get to work on that.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god, is it done? Guys, is it done? Have I finally got all of the resources that I need for this build? I think I have. It has been a week, a literal week of collecting resources. So we now have plenty of deep slate. We actually have some coral. Yes, there is coral in this build. I'll let you see if you can guess where. Of course, we have all of our skulk and some other grey blocks as well. There's some warped wood, which if you remember was going to go on top of the house on the shortcut, I think around there. Not quite sure if that's the spot. Then of course we have all of our soul sand, and why have I got magma blocks? Those aren't part of the build. Where on earth did I get these from? But yes, so with all of those resources now collected, I think you know what's next. So after all of this time analyzing, designing, collecting the resources and digging it out, we can finally build this map. So that is the map now complete. Well, actually, that's kind of a lie. It's not complete for multiple reasons, which I will get to later. Now, the first reason is what I will explain now, because you may have noticed two things about this build. Firstly is the fact that I need to actually activate the texture pack, which, you know, admittedly, it does not change much. I mean, the forest around it is a bit more vibrant, but really it's just kind of here so that we can texture the soul sand. Actually, I wonder what my base looks like with this. It looks like this. Not that impressive, really. But yeah, the other thing that you may have noticed is the fact that this map is actually missing a wall on the left-hand side. That's right, I just didn't build a wall. I mean, there's one there and just not there. So why did I do that? Well, it's because I didn't actually know if I wanted this to be the only map. Because, like, to get to the other side, it wouldn't be fun if it was just one map. But, like, the problem is this already took a really long time to build. I don't know if I want to do that again. So yeah, as much as I would love to, I think I'm just gonna have to be honest and say, like, guys, it's pretty obvious. I'm not gonna build a second map. Okay, so I have just finished the second map and I've got a new skin. That is because it is now October. So yeah, this is my Halloween skin. Just a different colored coat. I'm inventive. I know, you don't need to tell me. So yeah, this is our second to get to the other side map that I have built, which, as you can see, has a very clear bee theme. However, it's not actually done. And the reason it's not done is because you can probably tell that this is not supposed to be dirt. It's actually supposed to be grass. And yeah, you can see that I have already put some grass here to grow, but the problem is, to fill an area like this, it's going to take a long time. Almost as long as it would take to build another map. But like, you know me, I'm not gonna build a third map. Okay, so there is our third map now done, and would you look at that? The grass has now grown. Absolutely perfect timing. And I'll be honest here, I like this map, because unlike the ancient city where there's lava and another thing coming later, don't worry, I didn't forget about that second thing. You will still find out. This map won't kill you, but what it will do is slow you down. And I mean that. Every single stage is going to slow you down, because you start here where there's a bunch of soul sand, and remember, players will push you in here. Then you move up to this bit, which is actually a little maze. However, what you'll notice is you can just actually run over the top of this, but remember, there's players that are going to push you down. And when you do, you get stuck in the water here, and you've got to find one of these ladders to bring you up, which of course slows you down. And then there's this bit where if you make the jump, you can actually run across the top here quite easily. Perfectly shown shown there by me falling down. However, if you happen to miss that jump, you will land down here, and then you have to jump over this bit, dodging the cactuses and the holes, which slow you down. And then there's this bit, which is a 3-block jump. However, in a panic, it's actually quite difficult. And guys, you will never guess what this does. You know, it's kind of crazy, but it slows you down. I know, it's a genius map. This one just looks awful when there's no textures on it, though. So yeah, 3 different maps total. I think that's enough. So yeah, I think we can actually call this project done. I don't think we need to build another... Oh, look, there's a 4th map. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. This map took a lot longer to build than I thought it would. Oh yeah, don't mind the new skin, by the way. I promise there is a reason I'm wearing this. It's not permanent. I am going to go back to the pirate skeleton. I just think he's cute in his little suit. Anyway, so here we have our 4th map, which is almost complete. Yeah, just like the others, it's not quite. However, that's because this entire area is not complete, but I'm gonna finish it all in one go. It's just easier to explain what's here now. So welcome everyone to the 4th map, which I really like the aesthetic of. I think this map's my 2nd favorite in terms of looks. 1st place being the ancient city, but I think this map is most faithful to what MCC actually looks like. And yeah, this is going to be the 1st map that people play. So I've tried making it something that's not too difficult, but it lets you know how the game works. So yeah, you start out on this parkour just over the sand here, and it's not supposed to be difficult, but it can be. It can be whilst I'm wearing a bee skin. I'm sorry, I hate myself. But yeah, this parkour can actually be quite difficult if you don't know how to time it. Then you just go to these nice little target pads that you jump across, and then into my favorite bit, which as you can see is taken from the real thing, up and over. That was extremely hard to say in one breath. Anyway, so you go up and through these tubes here, which brings you out into what is supposed to be an ocean, with what I would like to call a very nice design for a yacht, especially considering the space. So yeah, personally, this map I think is most similar to what you would see in an actual to get to the other side map. Or maybe this one, I'm not quite sure. Dude, can you not interrupt my shot, bro? So yeah, that is now all 4 maps done. However, this whole game is not quite complete. That seems to be a theme across this entire video, doesn't it? Just not completing anything before I show it. Anyway, so the reason why this is not complete is because this is actually supposed to have all of the hopper systems that I mentioned earlier. And I also need some sort of area that I can use as a starting line, or I guess lobby? Is that the right word? So yeah, there's still a little bit of work to do, but it's nothing important other than the 2nd thing that's missing here. That's right, I have not forgotten. It's coming, I promise. But yeah, so since the rest of the stuff that I need to do isn't really that exciting, the only main thing that I have to do is message the rest of the people on Lotus. So yeah, after all of this time building each of the maps, let's see who we can bring here to play. Welcome everyone to get to the other side. How is everyone doing? Can I get it? I don't know. I don't even care at this point. Right, okay, the rules are simple.
Can I guess the rules?
Sure, take a guess at the rules. Go on, Oz, guess the rules.
Is it to get to the other side?
Exactly. You see, Oz, just so you know, punching is allowed.
Let's get fireable!
Okay, you know what? I just realized I never introduced the maps either. Right, this one is officially called...
This one?
It's named after Skipper. He will love it.
Whoa.
Well, Jax, you're gonna like this one even more, because Jax, this one's named after you. This is Jax's temple.
Let's go!
I also should mention this map is called the Buzzy Combs. The 4th and final map, this one is my favorite, just so everyone knows.
Is it because it's dangerous?
It is very dangerous. Right,
Just let
okay.
go.
You know what? If you guys haven't caught on to the rules at this point, that's your own fault. Right, 3, 2, 1, go! I'm mainly just here to watch you guys suffer trying to do parkour.
Yo, Skipper, you need to get the heck back here, buddy.
I mean, the map is named after him. It makes
Yeah,
sense
he knows
for
the
him
map.
to do
That's
good.
he's
Go on, Skipper.
I
I'm
can't even make
rooting
a
for
full
you.
block
You
jump.
can do it.
That's the jump we need to make?
Yes, you need to make that
How do
jump.
you?
Jax
How
has
do you get all the way to the other end?
I know, Skip.
Do not make this jump, brother. No!
Skipper's
I
made
did
it.
it.
Did you chuck your token in?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Jax, there's no point in killing him now. This map's got some very easy parkour.
I thought they got harder as we went on.
Get off the edge. No! Oh, I got hit.
And the mace has caught its first few victims. Ours is gone as well.
There's a ladder here. all right, you go ahead. Uh-oh.
Have fun jumping over there.
There's a mistake. There's honey down here.
Oh, and Jax
Wait, what the
didn't
heck
do
is
the cool
this?
thing. Wait,
Oh no.
Oh, I can keep it. Okay, cool.
go on, Jax. You can do it. Is Jax
Oh,
gonna get
oh,
first
no,
place?
I
No.
held space.
And Skipper's won again.
Wait, there's a ladder? Oh my god. I don't think I'm gonna make it up there. There we go.
Right, okay.
Yeah, you do.
Set your spawn as well.
Whose phone is ringing?
Yo, we got a theme song.
Was that?
Jax,
Take it, Skipper. That was what I was going to do.
and none of you
Get out
got
here.
across the parkour there.
Cool.
Okay,
Push me
and I
back down.
hope you guys are ready to meet Itsy and Bitsy. Now the question is, can you get across the... Oh my god, Skipper's too good at this. So there we go, that was the event. And please, in the comments, tell me what you thought, because that took a long time to set up. So I need to know if you guys want to see more stuff like that in future. But now, though, I am sure that some of you guys have some questions about the two wardens down here. That question being, where did they actually come from? Well, of course, warden moving is quite difficult, but it didn't really fit into this video. So, if you guys want to see how I got the wardens over here, oh, I don't even know what they just attacked. What are you after? So if you want to see how we got these wardens here, then here's a nice video filmed behind the scenes with Buzzy Combs.